This part. Whoa! What is that? It's part 2 of Friday Night MiniMap Mayhem, episode number 11. We just did a whole bunch of puzzles. That was like 3 hours and 15 minutes of puzzles. And now we're going to actually run some trains.
I'm back.
I didn't throw that switch.
Oops.
I could have sworn I had it thrown.
What needs? Does everything need everything?
I think logs and oil. And after that, maybe the raw iron, because we had raw iron loaded up on a train, ready to go.
Now, do we have locals for each of these trains now?
The raw iron train does not. You'd have to
Have to go grab one.
water off the roundhouse.
Okay.
The turntable.
Don't play over there.
So I watched Clown Shed's tutorial videos.
Yeah, how many did you watch? I didn't watch all of them.
All of them.
All of them?
All
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so did I.
I watched the first, like, 4 or 5.
That you were doing that he does that you didn't do.
What's that?
What's that?
You know, you can delete before you commit your track.
You can
Yeah.
delete the old track before you commit the new track.
Yeah, I started doing that too. After watching his video.
Yep.
Yeah, I started doing that too after watching his video.
Right.
I cursed him for an hour and a half.
I'm sure you did.
I mean, it's perfect track. He basically lays perfect track.
Yep.
So, what Betsy is for?
Messed up here. I forgot to put links.
So his basically his, because I think he has 6 tutorial tracks, videos,
Right.
and it's setting up the line at the depot, and then building to the sawmill and to the logging camp.
I think he has way more than 6.
Now, the rest of them are playthroughs where he just continued to build.
Oh, okay.
But the tutorial was only on the first 6, getting to the sawmill and the logging camp.
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure I watched the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now video-wise, he's got a whole...
He's got over 21.
Yeah, he's got a whole series going on that.
Right. Yeah, well, he's got like 1,300 hours in the game. He plays like nonstop, I think.
Deal of using a road bed to find the edge of like the mountain,
Right.
so that you can build along that. That was very informative. I never
Right.
even thought about trying to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a road bed to build on, just to find the edges.
Right.
And the
big
tutorial he did around his logging camp, I was in the process of trying to recreate, because I like the way that setup worked better than mine. And
But I noticed
it's not going well.
I noticed he goes the long way.
What do you mean the long way?
Okay. Everybody goes to that one, if you're standing over top of it and you're looking down at the logging camp,
Yeah.
right? Everybody goes to the left.
Bless you.
They don't go towards the mountains and down the side of the mountain.
Yeah, because he doesn't want the grade.
Right. That's the best way to go. The way he goes, he figured that out.
Yeah.
I figured that out a while ago.
Because you can do it with the least gradient. He did it with
Right.
1.5.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything else, you're coming up almost a 6% grade.
No, I never have it at 6.
Then you started your climb way early.
Nope.
Right, you have to do a climb with bridges. You wind up using a lot of bridge to get there unless you go the way he went.
I use the stonework, and I put it at 3%, and it takes me all the way up.
Yeah, but he's at 1.5.
Yeah, because he's.
But see, now I'm also in agreements with him, right? It's not necessarily the quickest you can get there.
No.
You know, I will drag a track out for 3 miles.
Okay, so how do
if
I
I
work
can
this
keep
thing?
the gradients.
Are you pulling out?
Yeah.
I gotta find a tree.
Okay,
to drive.
I'll follow. I'm gonna follow you then.
I'll just pick whatever I'm gonna.
I gotta stop sitting here in E-Haul and if we can find a train to drive.
We need to get some derailments going here.
We're not living up to our expectation. I'll do,
The derailathon. We need a derailathon.
but I don't have. I gotta go get a locomotive out of freaking roundhouse.
I think the passenger train on the inside line is going to be coming.
What are you fixing to haul?
The raw iron.
All right, I'll find another one.
I am not going to derail. I'm calling it.
Show.
My bad self.
I don't even know where that goes.
You should have been in here with us before. You missed all the switching puzzles. I'm following you out, Savage.
This.
I'll leave the main line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna switch to the inside to get there.
I am. Yep.
How's the log?
You're gonna be racing the passenger train that's coming up behind us.
The logging camp is full.
We're gonna have to go like full steam ahead if we want to beat it there and beat the other one.
Okay. This is a pain in the butt.
I think this is gonna end really bad.
What's that?
Me and Savage, yeah. Me and Savage are headed for a nice derailathon.
Your elephant?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dude, Corkwood, I ain't never
come
been.
on. I'm about to pick this train up off of there.
Who needs Corkwood?
This thing-
Oh, one of us might actually hit this passenger train.
Joe in the circle. Doing
I can make it. I can make it. I'm hammered down.
There ain't nothing nowhere near y'all got days. Corkwood goes to
Okay, why does this thing keep going so far?
because it has momentum.
No, I stopped it at, like,
Yeah, but for the
this thing's a piece of junk.
you got to put the locomotive in the mental. Otherwise, you have weight here and it swings.
I got the switches, Savage.
I never use these because I don't like them.
The controls are difficult. That's the only reason I don't like them. Because you can stand up here and do it. Huh?
See, look, nothing, I'm not hitting them.
I know, but this is a heel. Here.
Gun it.
How the heck am I catching you?
I'm not 100% ready. I'm just going to.
Where's the second passenger train?
It's gonna.
Oh yeah, we're good. We should be good. As long as we don't hit it on the crossing. And we're gonna pick up a little speed here. Me and Savage are highballing it, baby.
I've got it wide open.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Yep.
Well, what's gonna happen over here? Oh, good. Yeah, we're good. We won't hit it. Clear. We're in the clear. We should set this up so we fill 4 tankers at once using the main valve.
We can do that.
I've never, I don't think we've ever used the other side of the oil fill up yet.
Getting lonely.
Yeah. You have to pull all the way in and
They're both doing oil, yeah.
yeah.
Because we have so much of it, and it takes so much
To move it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to do this trip like like 5 times. Right? No, 10 times. 10 times. Because we each hold 48 oil. So, and there's 1,000 oil that needs to be moved. Well, I don't think it's 1,000 right now. We do have some oil in there.
Do we have to bring these trains back at the end of the day?
Well, just to the yard. No, you don't have to put them on the roundhouse. I'll use the derail tool for that. Depending what ideas I come up with for next week.
Add another one to the derail counter.
As soon as I get my train in.
Darn it. On it tonight, man.
What are you gonna do here, Savage? You gonna cross over? Nice. Okay. I guess we'll both
I didn't get to it in time.
Yeah.
we'll both back up. Yep. I'm full break now.
Yeah, Clown showed me so much that I was doing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm full reverse, full brake.
Okay. Where's the...
I'll head for the far side of the oil.
Let's see, what do we want?
We'll do that.
Throw.
Here, I'll throw your switch for you there, Joe.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I didn't...
Hopefully this works. We've never tried this, so.
I'm just trying to figure out what cars to do. Oh, we have way too many locomotives.
Yeah. Just have to come out of there.
Yeah, I don't need to come out. I didn't realize there was a locomotive out there that wasn't being used.
We do have one more train. We have one less loco than we have trains. Because we added the oil train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old train doesn't.
We didn't want to add another loco to the rolling stock.
Yeah, yeah. You just added the train.
Right.
But that was, you know, we're not always running all the different industries anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the most my server can handle is
Run is 4.
yeah, like 4 or 5 people on here, and that's pretty much it. Then it starts to get too jumpy and stuff.
Come on. I think I overshot that. Oh yeah, we're gonna put it on there with the Heisler. That's good. Heisler don't mind. He'll share his track.
So doing all that switching and stuff, you didn't really have the jumpies, right?
No.
That was cool, yeah.
Just have them as we're now.
I don't even.
Go to scenic jumpies while we were doing the shunting.
Right. That's crazy.
Now that we're on the main line doing stuff.
Why am I freaking running? Oh, I must have minimized it.
I don't think anyone's ever been on this side of the oil, so I don't know if the arms reach. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think they do actually. I saw an image where I don't think they fit.
Let's see.
Alright, I want this guy right here. Oh, somebody left their oil tanker behind.
Stop. I think might be good. Let's see.
I need to rebuild this thing. It's pointed in the wrong direction. Other than going to the round table, there's no way to turn a locomotive around on this track, is there?
Might have to add a little track to get all 4 cars in here, though.
So I want...
I think I just got to back up a little bit, and then I have it.
Oh, I stopped you! Alright, I derailed.
2 times.
Two
One
times.
for me, one for him.
I got to add 2 more to the counter.
So I only derailed once.
No.
Now,
One for me, one for
I may have caused the derail.
Is the main valve on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to work. What we should do is turn the main valve on for a second and see.
That was...
I found on this side, Savage, I actually had to open the lid for this stuff to go in. I'm going to do that over here too.
On the one side?
Yeah, like...
Yeah. I had to open the lid the last time I was on just to get it to work.
Which is weird. Well, my valves are open. I'm ready to try.
I just gotta line this one up.
Don't you have to be back more?
Okay, so where
Oh,
is...
how weird is that? That's annoying.
Yeah, these 2 pipes have to be pointing like mine. Both pointing...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was one way.
Yeah.
It's a red oil.
Right. Yeah, we got 984 crude oil here. And then let's see what we have at the refinery. Refinery has...
Oh, you're on the far end, okay.
94. So...
Raw iron goes to ironworks, right?
No? No. Yes? Ironworks. Yes.
Wait,
And there's only 12 there. You're right.
yeah.
Yep. It's full of lumber. It's got plenty of coal.
No.
Just need some raw iron.
Flat iron for pipes and tools
Right.
that are probably
right
full.
now.
Yeah, back it up. There, a little fill up.
Using the controls. Nice.
Yeah.
Just gotta try to figure
This side is good. It's too far.
Ah, whack those cars way too hard. Dude, this is a long train.
Damn.
Alright.
How do you get in there?
Into the
Ironworks.
ironworks, and you're doing
Raw
a
iron.
drop off, so you got to go in through the oil field, and it's a car-to-car transfer. So you go into the oil field and go around the back.
Why is there a line going from there then?
That's for the flatwood, or for the lumber.
Come on.
The reason for that, Iron Eye, was to make the raw iron trip a longer trip.
Well, I gotta
So-
go to where you guys are.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that puts you on the main line. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the main line for just a second. Remember, we like conflict.
Well, if you, it takes me off the main line for a few minutes.
Yeah, it does.
But from
Coming
where you're
from-
at,
Coming from the yard, it puts me on the main line for not
That's not
very
that
long.
one.
right?
It'll work.
You gotta pick up Flatiron, right? Is you have to pick it up from out of the yard,
You pick it up at the smelter, don't you?
right? And
You ready to try this?
the smelter.
Yeah.
No,
It's not very far. Yeah, I get it.
No? Yes?
I'm ready to go. I think.
Yeah, go ahead, throw the main valve on. And then hop up and make sure that the
And then the way you're gonna
oil's going in. Just turn the main valve on for like 5 seconds.
is you're gonna try to chase, or you're gonna try to outrun the passenger train.
Done.
This oil's not going in. This oil's going in.
Where's
Yeah.
the other passenger train?
My oil's going in.
Yard right now.
All right.
Well, I'm at
Ready
that's
to go.
one. Where's the other one?
It's coming in the other end of the yard.
I can't even see the freight.
Well,
The oil didn't go in on this one for some reason.
I'll wait till he comes by and then I'll be following him.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, this one's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Cause I got a full train of raw iron,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna wait till he
I
passes.
think
You
I
want-
have to move.
Up a little more?
Oh,
Move
he's on
that
the
to
outside
there.
line. Did
Yeah.
you reverse these trains?
Which one?
The passengers.
No. We never touched them. They need wood.
Yeah, I just put wood in that one. I'm fixing to put wood in the other one.
I just saw your screen. I saw them going so slow.
Yeah.
They both ran out of wood exactly the same time too.
Yep. They're both just creeping through the yard here.
Yeah.
They didn't want to run over nobody.
My bad self. Do you want to join us?
That should fit.
You can jump in here if you want.
Yeah, that's
Ready
right.
to go, humanity. Oils are flowing.
You got it? It's going in. Is this one working? Yeah, it is.
No one's not.
This one is. I'm on number 9. Oh, he shut it off.
No.
Okay, no,
Yeah, we go this way because we know this way's open. Because we came in this way.
10,
good.
Did I get 4 cars?
11, and 12. Got it off? Turn it off.
Oh, no.
Why doesn't this follow me anymore?
All right. I don't know. Did they all fill up? I don't know if they all filled up. This one's full. This one's full. Yeah, we overfilled them. We wasted a little. No big deal. The first time trying that little deal. But now we should be able to just, move the cars up. Yeah, we can move the cars up. And just, hopefully it works.
That passenger to move a little bit, eh?
12% should be. We left him at 12%. If we, next time we could go, I'm going the wrong way? Going the wrong way.
I'm right up for ours.
I need to use F1 for this. Or do I?
Because I feel like, oh yes, I'm on the outside. I need to be on the inside.
I'm gonna close this.
Went way too far.
Oh, you haven't put the sheds back. You left the,
Yeah, I left the walls. I didn't get to that. Don't have my controls open. Trying to get my controls open so I can see what I'm doing.
We put this down over here. Adjust this map. I wish this would follow me. Oh, it does. Alright, we're good.
I think I may have to extend this track.
Extending the track. Did those trains ever pick up speed there, Iron?
Well, he's starting to. The one in front of me.
Pretty sure my engine's going to crash into the end.
Gonna be really close.
Oh yeah, they're just at 90.
I can't see it.
Be here before
I
long.
think you'll just fit. Yeah, he's just gonna fit, and I think the front wheels of the loco are gonna be pretty much touching the.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
I planned it that way. Come on. All right. So these valves are open. And whenever you're ready, you can open the main valve. We should open the lids. Yeah, open the lids.
Make sure that'll work.
Just in case.
See when?
Go ahead. When?
Right, she's good.
Yep, this one's going in. Mine are going in. Yours are going in. Yep, we're good.
Alright, let me know when to shut her off.
4 oil cards at a time, baby. The whistle of joy. We're up to 5, 6.
All I can see is the oil pissing on the ground over here.
Yeah, it goes right through the car. Looks like
Yeah.
it's just hitting the ground. Coming up on 10.
Coming in there, guys.
11.
No!
12.
Alright, she's off.
Alright. I'm going to close these valves just in case. In case some little gremlin comes over here and turns on the main valve. You just never know what's going to happen on the minimap. Come over here and all the oil will be gone.
Where? Oh, there he is.
I used almost all my wood just to get here and get the oil.
Can't close this last bit.
Yeah. God, the train's not moving. Here we go.
Oh, can stay open.
It's coming in.
Uh-oh. Coming in hot. This train gonna move? My switch is still okay?
Yep.
So many questions. Oh yeah, I see you turned.
Why you got double track back there?
You see double track again?
It looks like it.
Well, feel free.
After I stop up here, I have to go back and look.
Yeah, feel free to fix it. I got the switch, Joe.
Got what switch?
The one you just went over, I had to throw it. So I can back out. And then pull back out onto the main line.
I'm at the sawmill.
Oh, that's Iron Eye.
I was like,
Well, you said coming in here, and just as Iron Eye was coming in.
I'm sneaking into the firewood depot to get some.
I don't know why my train is derailing. Who threw the switch?
What switch?
Iron Eye. You derailed me.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Switches.
sure you did.
No.
Yeah, the one you just went over.
you're good.
It was already thrown for me. I didn't even touch that one.
I don't know, man. I watched you go over it. I threw it, and then all of a sudden, it was back where it was.
Oh,
I got to drill. I got to add. I got to add three derails to the counter. Here we go.
all right, let's see here. What we got here?
So much for not derailing.
Hey, what you got?
I got.
We're up to 6.
Hand up here.
Yeah, you better slow down.
Well, that was a wasted trip.
It's okay if Savage gets out in front of me because
All
we
right,
can't both get in there at the same time anyway.
I can
Well,
do
you
got
both
it.
could have went out the
With
same
the
way.
I
Are
can,
you loading up with wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, this porter's like half empty. If you guys are using a porter, you better check your water supply.
Yeah, this water.
there's a hopper there, and there's a flat car there to transfer to. However, it may have gotten knocked out of.
We want to go this way now?
That is a possibility.
There's one flat car.
Yeah, there's only one flat car.
Okay.
Oh my god, I backed up too much.
Is it out of position?
Yeah.
As long as it's on the platform for it.
Yeah.
The heck? Oh, there's a brake on. That's right, I set that brake. There we go.
Oh, we are struggling tonight. See that shunting puzzle fried our brains.
Fried it. Fried our brains.
Yeah.
There's nothing left. Wait till next week.
Okay.
But now, see, the thing is you have to you have to clear an area back here, like behind the sawmill.
Hey, why?
So that you don't have to tear up the puzzle each time you build a new one.
Okay, as long as I could see the passenger trains going by.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking about that. It's kind of cool to see them going by.
While you're shunting, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. What is
Where?
it like
Where?
in the? Oh, there's a heel. Maybe in the flat spot. On the other side of the log line.
Maybe there. Yeah. I don't know. Depends how big of a puzzle I make the next.
Depends on how big the puzzle is.
Yeah. I might just take that puzzle that's there and change it up.
That was a good puzzle.
Oh wow. I'm headed straight for Savage.
We can always go back and revisit a puzzle.
I guess I'm gonna have to wait.
Oh, you got enough room to get in?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm gonna pull forward a little bit anyway.
I'll probably grab some wood.
You know, being able to go back and revisit a puzzle would be.
Well, yeah, that puzzle, I forget where I read it. One of them, it's like 40,000 combinations
Yeah.
you could put on that puzzle.
Wow.
Yeah.
The last one that we did.
Yeah, I think that one, the time saver.
Yeah.
Even the other one too was like over 10,000 or something.
That's a time saver in my butt.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, like it,
like now, right? Because we spent a lot of it just sitting and talking.
They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, right. But now that
Now
you
that we
have
know
a
it.
solution, you can probably do it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or less.
well, I think the idea how you get the different combinations is you mix different trains up.
Yeah.
You going okay?
Oh, I just gotta get the water. So,
You mean put the
Do I have to back up?
No, I'm stuck.
Yeah, like it's all about, you know, what boxcar goes where, you know?
Where
Yeah.
like if you reverse the tankers and the buck cars, and then also how you want your final alignment to look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this other train that, or we have the, you have the siding set, right, Savage? The bypass. Okay.
Because I know on my map, right, whenever I build my 3 trains, I always have a specific order that the cars have to be in.
Right. Yeah, that was part of the things that was like kind of boring me about the game, is that we're always driving the same trains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once you get your trains made up and you know your deliveries, that's it. You're done. And they're just gonna, yeah, I have a train for this. I have a train for that.
And
It's kind of good when you mix it up.
when you're doing the puzzles, you got to go and put your train together.
Right.
Now see at the end of my stream, right? I have nothing but a bunch of empty cars in my yard,
Yeah.
Right.
right? And then on my next stream or between my streams, I have to sort those empty cars, load them, and then reassemble
The train.
and the train in whatever
Right.
order I need them in.
I think that's cool. What's cool about my hardcore map is I still haven't figured out the best way to do everything yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still exploring and finding different ways to make deliveries.
And because I do so like I have my coal train or my iron train, should I say, right? Goes up with 6 cars of 3 cars of beams, 3 cars of planks, right?
Yeah.
And 3 empty hoppers.
Right.
And then
you,
the iron mine with 6 empty cars and 3 full hoppers. But when it gets to the smelter, it drops all of that off, picks up 3 empty cars and 6 cars of flat iron, and takes that back to the yard.
yeah, and then you do shunting when you get to the iron mine, right?
And at the yard, you drop the 3 hoppers and take the flat iron to the ironworks, where you drop it off and then pick up 9 empty hopper cars and take it to the coal mine. And at the coal mine, you drop those off and you pick up 9 flat cars and take them back to the yard.
You're gonna have to wait for that passenger train, I think.
Who, me?
I was
No.
stuck in water.
Oh, you are?
Still lost. Where's the passenger?
You should be full already.
You guys got a
No.
passenger train coming up.
You sure? You're not looking at the gauge.
That one coming.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
only
know where I'm
380.
at. I'm
No,
so
your tank is full though.
lost.
Your saddle tank is full.
Yep. Nope.
You can stop filling.
I need where that I need that passenger train.
I still got a little bit of room in it.
And I got no. Okay, the fire's building.
It's not going up anymore though.
Is that passenger train gonna pass you guys?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, he'll go around.
Yeah, we got a bypass.
Where's the other one? Okay, he's way over there.
Where's the other one?
He's over in the other, the northeast loop. So I can go ahead and hit reverse here. Start the roll. I can get a head start on him. See, he's coming through the loop, or he's coming through the bypass now.
This was enjoyable.
Mind us, dude.
Yep.
And then I'll cut across right here.
Where's the loading area?
Oh, who's that coming? Oh, that's freaking, you're right behind him.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're ghosting. We're ghosting the passenger train.
Oh, well, then I better hold up.
You better. Because we ain't stopping. We got fully loaded oils.
What, you
in the back of the yard.
Then I go back to the yard.
Yeah, you enter at the sawmill end of the yard. I'm going on the line y'all are on.
Get wood. Get wood, Joe, or not?
Huh?
Are you getting wood?
No, I've already got the wood.
Okay.
I'm headed up to the iron mine.
I just wanted to make sure the passenger could go back to the
Are y'all hooked? I thought y'all were hooked together.
Oh, this could be. We gotta get it.
Guess I gotta wait for you to.
Mine.
Pull up rig.
Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm at full reg.
I'm coming out of the.
What are you doing?
But I need to get into that lane.
In front of us.
Oh, brake, full brake, full reverse.
Oh, I needed them. Come on. Get off the brake. Get off the brake.
Yeah, we definitely would have hit that.
Yeah.
That would have been epic. Oh, both of them. Oh, that would have been the derail of the century.
There we go. We're going. Are both passenger trains up there?
Yeah, they just crossed, and if we didn't stop, we would have ran both of them.
Oh,
He
then
he would have hit him, and then I would have came in behind him and finished it.
Then I got off of that line just in time.
Multiple people would have died.
Got plenty of time there, Iron Eyes.
So I need to get on the right in the inside.
I'm glad you were looking, Savage.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
back up there?
I wasn't looking. Yeah, you've been doing really good, man.
Yeah.
Really good. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time you got out here, I would have been long gone. I mean, you're not even out of the oil field yet.
Oh, then I'm also there.
Oh.
I gotta cross over, right?
It depends.
Right on the right side.
Back up the right side. Yeah, your entrance is on the inside, yes.
Oh, we're gonna crash. You guys are gonna crash.
Ooh!
You guys are done.
Oh no!
You guys are done. Oh, that is great. I got a reputation to uphold. Oh my god, and I'm gonna hit the back of Savage. Savage. Oh, I didn't crash. I didn't derail.
I was looking for the passenger train. I didn't even think to look the other way for y'all.
That was awesome. Clip it.
Hey, I left some of my cars behind. I'm gonna come back and get them.
I think he did. I think he died. Let me see. I got to get this whole thing. Yep. Let's see. As soon as I came around that corner, I saw Joe, and I'm gonna name this clip. I have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
Poor Joe.
I didn't derail.
I was looking forward to see where I needed to go.
I was too.
I have a reputation to uphold, and it tells me I have to check for inappropriate language and try again.
I need to check for inappropriate players so I can deal with the passenger trains.
So which word is giving me
Inappropriate.
what reputation?
Really? That word is giving you an inappropriate.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Wow.
Yep. I have a rep to uphold, and it took it.
Yep.
Reputation is inappropriate language.
Well,
I give up trying to figure out.
It looks like a passenger train derailed, guys.
What?
And Twitch Nazis.
That would have been me.
Yeah.
Joe's just causing the much left, right, and center.
Wait a second. So there was 2 trains. That's 3. Did you derail?
Yeah.
The passenger train did.
The passenger train did.
Yeah,
Hey,
apparently I
derailed.
left. Oh, and then
It
Knucklehead
derailed me.
here drove into it. He hasn't learned the brakes yet.
No, that's not his fault. Come on. How'd you?
I left the.
Oh yeah,
logging.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
I might be able to re-rail this.
So I have to add 4 to the list. Here we go. We're adding 4.
Why?
We're on 10. We're on 10. We're doing good.
And there's another passenger train coming.
For some reason I can't.
You can't do. You can't. You gotta go to the straight. The wall might be messing you up.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
It'll put itself on its track.
Did I get out of the cab? I did. I gotta see. Oh, you guys are hard at work here. Nice. You're all back. Almost all back together. This map is so golden. I don't know why more people don't play it. I think they just don't know. They just don't know.
Gives it more of a challenge when you
Yeah.
two
Or
that
they-
are running with no driver, and
People are scared.
4 people.
It's
I
too
wa-
much work.
I wonder if I got the tanker.
Copy that.
I don't think that's on. Try again.
Safe to go through there now.
That looks good. I got a link on here,
Alright, I'll bring this guy back.
and I'll put a link on the other train. So just go ahead and push it all together. Except that Joe is pushing his train together.
He's got a longer push.
Yeah, but he can't stop. Got a fully loaded tanker. I don't know where that passenger train is now.
Coming up right in front of you.
Got a reputation to uphold. That sucks. You're doing so good. Yeah, you don't run into the back of me. You're gonna have to wait.
Into you, if
You
you
got you gotta wait.
Yeah. I just made sure I was getting out of Savage's way.
But
I'm gonna stop this passenger then.
Well, why?
no, we're good. We're good. We are good. Ain't nobody gonna hit it.
Well, keep backing up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get. You're in a head-on collision there. You got it stopped, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Off the
just got
brakes.
it stopped.
All right. All right.
Oh, you're killing me.
Pull back up. No. I was gone. I was hoping to see another crash.
So good.
I left the scene of the crime to go see another crime. I'm just a rubbernecker. Don't put your drink in front of the laptop fans.
Behind us.
Yep.
It's doing way faster than we're going to be doing.
I don't know. Get out of here.
You guys.
I may have to be, huh?
These tracks aren't even connected here. That's so funny. All right. Let's do this.
Is it all clear?
Dude, there's like 3 trains trying to cross this intersection.
Wow, how'd you take off so fast? That was amazing.
Dropped in 100% forward and just went for it.
I know. I think we have enough distance. We can make it into the oil fields. I'll pull into the siding.
That one that whoever's in front of somebody, I'm going in there.
You can go ahead and send it.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because you're in the way.
No, I got like halfway through the intersection.
Back home.
Are y'all running full throttle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way to run, baby.
Well, then I need to slow down.
Yeah, well, we got, too much weight.
Can I get there from here?
Where are you going to?
Me, I'm going to the coal mine.
Oh.
Y'all are going that way, and I'll cross over and then back in. But I gotta give y'all enough space to
Right.
turn out and get the switch back.
Oh, we just missed that passenger train, too.
Oh, wait. I know we need, I gotta speed up. There was a screenshot there.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Iron Eye. You just missed. That was so close.
Did Iron Eye almost happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I forgot what the screenshot button was. 12?
F12, yeah.
That's all this thing.
Yeah.
I'm at full tilt.
I gotta speed up.
I don't know where I'm
Oh, you're gonna make a left turn right after you come around that corner.
going. You know.
Somebody's sitting back here in the back here, just drinking too much coffee. Oh, the trees!
Where I gotta go.
You own it?
That passenger train's coming again, guys.
That's not in your way.
We're good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
wait,
it back up and running.
You better... If you're going... Okay, yeah. We have to slow down here, so give us a chance to throw the switches. Oh, I hope I can throw this switch in time. I threw it. And I got the mainline switch. Okay, Joe, you're good. You're clear.
Come on.
Man, this train stops like it's 2 miles long.
Yeah, it does.
Back at the crossing, I put 68% brake on, and I'm just coming to a stop now. Where am I? Switch back. I wonder if car-to-car transfer works with oil.
Oh, that'd be.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
That would be something.
Come on.
Yeah. Imagine. We don't need it for anything. I got your switch, Savage. You're good.
Where's that?
Oh no, it's just not. It's the wrong
Nice and leisurely.
wrong switch. It's the next switch.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
I think you need enough steam to get to the end of that because it goes uphill.
Yeah, I know.
It's such an interesting run. You think it's all flat.
I just cleared that other line.
Couple more inches, you're clear. Oh yeah, you're right there. Look at that.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing?
I derailed.
Yeah, you did. Oh my God! The engine stayed on the track, and the cars are all over the place. Joe. Yeah. Nice.
The passenger train is like, oh, I'm out of here.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
I forgot to switch my own track back.
He was like full bore at it. That got me another clip.
Ah. Oh, I didn't pick it up. There it is. I'm not sure what Mickey was trying to say there.
We got to add one more to the counter.
Yeah, operator error.
Number 11.
Somebody wasn't paying attention to the track and just
I was wondering how
crazy man.
that looks so funny from my point of view.
Did it?
Yeah, because I came around, I'm like, how are you behind the passenger train?
Well, I was beside him at first,
Yeah.
and I was worried about the other one coming the other direction. Oh, that didn't link.
Oh, because I linked it.
Oh.
It's linked. You got this one?
Oh, yeah. Well, either way.
Yep. Isn't there going to be like another passenger train coming by here soon?
That's what I was trying to avoid.
It's on the way, Joe.
Is it?
Yeah, you better. If you don't like full bore back up right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, I get you switches. Just go back. I don't think you're gonna make it though. And full reverse, full forward,
Yeah, 'cause
full forward.
Here he comes.
Go for it.
Give her.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
I come.
I don't know. I don't see it yet.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna bug it.
He's got it. Come on.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Not a chance in hell. He's not gonna stop.
Hey, I made it the last time.
I'll stop the train. I'll stop it if I have to.
Now, I'll take it I was already stopped and I was going in reverse. I wasn't trying to get to the switch.
You got this. You can do it. I'm lying, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the passenger train just in case. I think the passenger train's out of wood again.
Switch, Joe.
Oh yeah, it is.
You got the switch?
I got the
So, Savage has got the switch,
Out of that.
and I'm in the passenger train.
Alright, you're good to go.
Yeah, she's at full speed and in reverse. Have you slowed it down yet?
Yeah. Don't worry, you got it.
Yeah, she didn't want to go.
Nope.
Too much weight.
Who's got the switch?
I got it.
Alright. We're good.
Alright, I'm clear of the switch.
And probably the other passenger train needs fuel as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and teleport over there and give it some fuel while you pull out of the refinery. Yeah, these suckers were empty.
I really hope they come out with that update this week.
Yeah, whatever. You know? The update's just gonna be a test, it's not gonna be like a full working thing anyway.
To do anything except build track.
That's all?
That's it. You get to test.
I can run a couple of trains. That's it. You can't run loads.
You
as
can't
far as
run
I'm aware.
loads.
Oh.
He's like, oh.
No hauling cargo.
We waited 3 months for that.
Well, they got to test it. They want us to test it for them. Then once they test it, you know, it could be as early. It could, if everything goes good and there's no bugs.
Yep.
You know, maybe a week later they can implement, or a couple weeks later they can implement everything. Remember, they got to change every loco, every car in the game for the new system, and they don't want to do that unless they work out all the bugs first.
Well, I get that.
Yeah. So we're the bug testers. It's early access.
Yeah, it's not set up for hauling cargo yet.
Right.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
but-
set for all the cars.
There's a game that's been in beta since 2013.
No,
Which-
there's a game that's in beta since late 90s.
No.
Which games are those?
That's Star Citizen.
Oh.
Star Citizen, yeah, that's been in beta.
Yeah, that's
And they still call it beta? That's stupid.
yeah.
It's only raised,
Seven-
what,
7
$400 million
days.
or something?
Yeah, it's only raised $400 million.
Really?
7 Days
Yeah.
to Die has been in beta since 2013.
Yeah, Star Citizen is community funded.
Yeah, we're.
Is 7 Days to Die still considered
Yeah.
in beta?
No, it's an alpha. Sorry, alpha. Which is
Nah,
before
there's
beta.
no way it's still in alpha.
Yep. Alpha 20 just came out.
Alpha 20.
Alright, you good? Your Switch is good?
Okay. Thanks.
Savage. Alpha 20 just came out,
Yeah.
Well,
right? And it's been in alpha since 2013.
Hey, even Fortnite, which was, you know, a huge game, was in beta for a couple of years, like 3 years.
Yeah.
And they were going through seasons and updating and doing all this stuff, and people are spending hundreds of dollars on skins and all that other crap.
Well, that's the same thing with Star Citizen.
yeah, some of those crafts and Star Citizen are quite expensive.
Yeah.
That's something I haven't.
But the
got
thing
into.
is that you can also buy the ship with in-game money.
Yeah, but but Star Citizen is all the community that help fund that game.
Yeah, it relies completely on the community for funding.
Yeah.
That's not amenities and like this.
Where 7 Days to Die
Yeah, it's being developed by
has a full
company.
full company behind it.
But Star Citizen is also bitten off a whole lot. I mean, they're looking at, I think, 7 systems, and they're still working on the first one 15 years later.
Yeah. But I'm comparing them between because
Yeah.
who they have, like this game.
Well, now they have a full development team.
Yeah, but it's funded by the community.
Yeah, it's funded by people.
Right. Where now 7 Days to
Alright,
Die,
good to go.
you would
All right.
think that 7 Days to Die would come out of alpha by now, at least.
Oh, passenger train is just going past now. Nice. At least we'll get pulled out.
But now, see, it also depends, if they're still adding stuff to the game. No, I'm fine with the game being in alpha and beta for a long time if they're still adding. But if you're still stuck with the same stuff that you had when it came out, then the one game that I'm sad that never made it out of alpha was Hellion.
Never heard of that one.
It was being developed by Zero Gravity. But it was a space game, just like Space Engineers. However, they used what the hell's it called? So if you push W for 3 seconds to go forward, you better push the S 4 times to stop.
Oh, so it's like momentum.
Yeah. If you start moving in one direction and you let go of the key, you will continue to go until you oppose that force.
Okay.
That worked the same way with your ships.
Are you waiting for me to back out as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm full reg.
Are you both coming back to the oil refinery?
Yeah, we're both going back to the oil field. We're just running oil, baby.
Just running oil.
I'm in there now.
Trying to climb this hill. It ain't climbing very fast. I guess probably if I gave it... No, I gave it all the juice. She's got all she's got, Captain.
There's a passenger coming.
So, you know what, might have added a little bit? What? Did somebody derail? Oh no, you're just going around the corner.
I'm seeing a lot of caps everywhere.
A lot of caps.
Yeah, your lids.
Your lids,
Oh,
your lids everywhere.
really?
Oh, yeah, we don't need those. Too much weight.
It was slowing you down.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I think we're clear all the way.
So the next time on the shunting puzzles,
Yeah?
you need to have the cars loaded.
I was gonna do that, believe it or not, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the oil part.
I was gonna, yeah, the oil cars, I was gonna load them all up.
Yep.
You gotta move this. You gotta move this oil thing, all these oil cars with a.
Now your stream is shaking, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Somebody new.
Ah, the side.
Who knew?
Here you go. I found him on New York. You just gotta go to closer to the bottom.
We'll
Oh.
get across over before the loop. And then
Yeah, you know, I'm still sitting at
What's that?
Yeah.
we can cross lines before the loop.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're clear all the way.
Dr. Wolfenstein's here, humidity.
So you think Dr. Wolfenstein in the house?
Hey! Dr. Wolfenstein, how are you?
I think you might have been muted.
He is.
He's having a conversation with us right now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's saying he's muted in your right here.
In Discord, he shows him muted.
He's not ready to talk yet.
Yeah, you might have him muted.
Oh,
You'll
we
put him.
may have him muted.
I have him muted? Hmm. Oh, you can hear him.
We can hear
Oh,
him.
that's weird. He shouldn't be muted.
There may have been something that came up last week and we muted him.
Yep. Muted by you.
Humanity kills.
That's a big hit.
Alright. You're unmuted now.
Sure.
I hear you.
Really.
Or maybe you guys were playing a different game than us, so I muted you.
Yeah.
No, it was something in IRL. I cannot find his.
Down
I
the
can't
bottom.
find you.
It's at the bottom of the list. I think it's because I have my download region on Denver.
On Denver.
Oh,
So it's- Yeah. But people who said it's in New York are finding it.
I'm finding it.
Yeah.
Look further down the list.
I keep forgetting to set it back.
really close to me. That's really close to me. I mean, Denver's like 8 hours.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The server's not in Denver. It's just. I think it just populates a list based on region.
I heard they're going to get rid of that. At least they're trying to.
Right. So they can see more servers. Are we gonna crash? I didn't even check. I'm not even looking.
Whoever's hosting the
no,
server
we're
should
good.
be. They should automatically.
I think I need to pull in first, or I don't have to. No, I don't have to pull in first. I can go around you.
Yeah, head on train just went through the east loop, and it's about to come into the landing strip. We got heaps of time.
Oh, there we go.
Can I get an extended code?
What do you need?
He needs a link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get it right over to you in a second. Get in here.
Gemini's on.
Is it the right one? Yeah. Okay, you got it.
Ah,
No! Mickley is on. I'm serious.
What do you mean he's Mickley on? Mickley is on what?
Mickley is on.
Is on what?
Is on this downloads region.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Isn't he close to Denver?
Yeah, this is the,
hardcore map.
yeah, you missed all the shunting puzzles, Dr. Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. You missed all the shunting puzzles.
Really?
3 hours.
A freaking brain.
Yeah,
melting.
I was at work.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people have to work.
What?
What? He said, what?
What is that word?
I know, that's a 4-letter word. We can't use that word. This is a family-friendly channel.
Life before game. Gaming ain't gonna pay the bills.
Right.
Nope.
Bloody well should.
It should, right?
Good.
We work hard at this.
Yeah, I game enough for it to pay the bills.
3 hours. Trying to figure
And
out
this is
the
4
puzzle.
hours for me for this stream. It was 4 hours for the other one.
Yeah, I'm on 5 hours for this stream. Yeah.
Where are you going, Humanity?
Oh, you're gonna take that side now?
Oh, I could have.
Okay.
But if you
All right. No. You're good. I'll pull forward.
the sequence in which we were traveling.
You're. Yep.
Me that had to go to the right.
Makes sense.
There was a plan, and you messed it up.
It could have worked either way.
What's this
Yeah,
blue?
could have.
I'm behind now, though.
We might want to cut some throttle here so we know what we're not doing. I think this is only like the second time I've been up here to the iron mine.
Oh, yeah? It's a nice run, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I like those switchbacks.
I don't know why these guys don't like them. Who's that?
Because they can't run wide open,
What?
but you can.
Yep, you sure can. If you know when to stop.
Are you throwing switches for me? Okay, you are.
Throwing
Yeah.
brakes.
Dr. Wolfenstein knows what's going on already.
Don't be like me. Hit the brake at the last minute.
In fact, this is where I last was.
Oh, you were doing oil? Yeah.
Or something around them.
Why won't you unload?
So you're an old-time model railroader, right?
I've been doing it since I was 7.
So you remember John Allen's time saver?
No, I've really never went in depth into John Allen.
Okay.
I learned about him only about 20 years ago.
Okay.
But all I know is that he was a turn of the century model railroader.
Yeah. He had a huge layout, and Model Railroading magazine always had a lot of stuff about him.
Yeah.
So he created a bookshelf railroad, like a switching shunting puzzle,
Uh huh.
and there's like 40,000 different combinations to it or whatever.
What's his name?
John Allen.
Allen.
Yeah.
In fact, I knew his progeny. I guess you could call his daughter. I knew her. She was a
Stop.
if it's the same person that I'm thinking of. You can come back just a tad more
What's
if
the
you
name
want.
of that?
Yep. We're gonna do this. We're gonna open up.
Stop.
I missed on the mouse. We're gonna open up the main valve and fill all 4 cars at the same time. You know, I know why we have to open the lids on this. It's because this industry is too high. The trains need to be higher.
I just have to respawn because I'm stuck in the train.
Oh, no, not yet. I don't think his train needs to go back a little more.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Who's that? Didn't he go to the moon?
No. So, when I had a model railroad, right, I had
Yeah.
the Central Midland layout,
Okay.
which was came up with by John Anderson.
That name sounds familiar too.
He's the one that came up with that. Well, I think he has some shunting stuff out there too.
Okay.
Guys
But
ready?
Yeah. Just turn it on for 5 seconds and then turn it off so we can make sure that everything's going in.
I don't.
7-4.
I may need your assistance.
Oh wait, turn it off again. Turn it off.
I did.
All these valves were off because we turned them off. I forgot. I gotta turn these on. Yep. Now turn the main valve on. They're all on. Yeah. Turn the main valve on for a second. 5 seconds. I mean. Yep. That one's going in. This one's going in. Well, where are you? Hello?
What?
I know.
Sorry, it's been a long day. What'd you say?
Okay, turn the main valve on. Yep. Turn it on. Let it flow.
Let it
She's
flow,
floating,
let it
so.
flow.
This kind of looks cool here with the 2 trains.
All right, I'm gonna need your assistance there, Humanities, because I can't unload this train
Where?
up here at the iron mine.
Oh,
There's nothing on here.
God, what?
I'm confused.
Hold on.
Hold on.
This time,
Enter. Disregard.
7,
Retarded
8.
error. Because I
9.
so when you lay track, right?
Uh-huh.
When you're laying track, and you want to make a turn,
11.
but you only want it to turn a
You're
quarter.
ready to shut the main valve off.
Main valve off.
Main valve off.
Perfect. Yep, off.
Sorry, Joe. We're about to spill a...
When you're laying track, and you want to turn your track, but you only want to turn it a quarter of a degree, you hold shift
Right.
and then use the Y or the X to turn it a quarter of a degree.
Correct.
Well, if you remap your keys, which I did,
Yeah?
use 1 and 2, that option doesn't work.
Really?
It has to be in the default settings.
No, it doesn't.
The default setting for unload is enter, not B.
Nope. Oh yeah.
right?
I was
So,
gonna
and
say,
I had reset all my defaults back to, I had set all my key bindings back to the default. So I'm up here trying to unload with the B key, and the B key does not unload anything. You have to use the enter with the default key settings. I don't know why that quarter of a degree turn for the tracks doesn't work with alternate key bindings. It
You're
does
good.
with the
Yeah, come back a
with the
little bit.
groundworks, but it doesn't work with the track.
I don't have a problem. I changed mine.
And you can
then
turn
come back
the
a bit.
track a quarter of a degree.
Yeah. What's the default?
The default
Yeah,
is
come
Y
back a
and
little
X.
bit. Go the other way, please.
Y and X.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah, mine is Z and C. That's what I changed it to.
And you can rotate
Yeah.
the track in
Go
quarter
back
degree.
just a little bit.
Yes. I do it all the time. Here, I'll show you. Look on my stream.
Hold on. Let me get there.
Go
Let
back
me
just
get
a little
there.
bit more.
Come on.
Continue.
Guys are ready to go.
Q.
Passenger train just coming through the loop up here, guys.
Why isn't it? Alright, we'll bring up the map. The map's the only thing that lets me switch screens. HK. Okay.
Stop.
All right. So I laid a piece. I alt locked, and you can see on my
Yeah,
The-
you're turning it a quarter of a degree.
right. You see, and it says C and Z for edit curve radius.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can hold shift and do a quarter of a degree.
Hold on. Let me change my key bindings again.
I use C and Z because it's opposite like Q and E for grade.
Hey, turn it on right now.
Where's the track?
Good.
So increase I had at 1. Decrease I had at 2. Alright. Back. Continue.
This back car. Okay, it's filling. Jeez, that was a long 5 seconds.
Up.
Tell me when.
Lock.
We're on 5.
No shift. Yeah. See, I can't. It will not let me change.
I don't.
So
Oh, I see. You have my stream is on your stream right now. I can't see your stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've got to switch.
Yeah, switch back so I can see your stream.
So if I go back, right?
Yeah.
Oops. Back. Continue.
Shut her down.
A rail.
Yeah, I'll watch you.
Right. I lay out a straight piece of rail.
Yep.
And then I alt lock so it doesn't turn, and then I hold the control and I use 1 or 2, it won't turn.
Control? It's shift.
Well, shift causes me to crouch.
Well, that's your problem. It's supposed to be shift.
Crouching is default is control.
Yeah. The turn radius is like if I do groundworks, right?
Why can't I close this lid?
Groundwork, and then I'll alt lock it. Yeah, that does it in degrees. I hold shift. Well, shift doesn't work. It used to work.
You guys got
It was in the up, right? And then hold shift, and it goes up in quarter degree increments.
I hold shift
Yes.
to do quarter degree, not control.
For my groundwork. Well, let me remap that then.
Wait, does it in your groundwork? Does it work for you doing the curve radius in your groundwork?
No, just for the up and down.
Oh.
So if I do groundwork, right? G, groundwork. And I lay a piece of groundwork out. And I want to go up, I hold shift, and I hit E, and it puts it up in quarter degree increments.
Right.
If I snap it, 2 will turn it a degree, but shift won't do it in quarter degrees. But if I set it back to the default,
Maybe because you're using the numbers, you need to use letters
well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to switch it.
because it's shift is caps. Yeah.
And then, where's my 1 and 2? So I want to do,
Where's the darn passenger trains before we go on out here? There's one coming around right now. We have to wait for this one to go.
and Z.
One should be coming right up to you.
Yeah. Where's the other one?
Is it just past me?
The other one just went through the south loop.
Yeah, but that's the one we're gonna.
Right now.
Yeah, we're gonna cross over. Where's the other? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, got it.
As soon as
Now,
it passes the most
That's the thing. Wow.
We want to get on the inside loop.
All right.
I'm gonna start more.
To us.
Nope, we want to be on the same track as that passenger train.
Yeah.
So now I can go back and reset.
You could throw the switch. Throw the switch. Yeah.
Options, control.
Throw the one in front of us too.
B. That'll just take me some time to
You got it?
get used to.
Nice.
I changed it to C and Z and it worked fine.
Yep, there you go. It's the numbers don't work. And then what I do,
That may be why they changed it off of the numbers.
That's like that for a lot
I don't know.
of games now. That you can't use the number for it.
And I make the Z so it goes to the left and the C so it goes to the right.
Yes.
That's how I did it. Yeah, the numbers don't act the same as the letters,
Yeah.
especially with shift. Because now you're using special characters. When you shift and press 1,
That's true.
yeah,
Characters.
maybe that's the reason.
It's no longer recognizing
Oh.
it as 1 and 2.
Ironite, thank you. That was really nice. Ironite just subscribed for 3 months.
3 months.
Wow. What a guy.
He's the man.
I did you the other day there, Joe.
Yes, you did. And then bailed on me before I could thank you.
I had to go. I didn't-
Which truck do you guys need going on?
We're going to stay on this track all the way until we get to the refinery, and then we'll switch over right before.
I clicked it before, like long before I had left, and it didn't
Yeah.
go through right away.
Yeah, sometimes it's slow.
Yeah. It's like the bits right now. I can't get bits right now until next week for some reason. Because I guess that part of it's down.
You know, I haven't even looked at that.
Oh my God. Oh no. I'm looking to the right for a passenger train.
And
Savage.
it sideswiped you from-
Savage, you better stop, Savage.
Yeah, I'm already struggling.
Oh! It took. Oh! Why? Why? Oh my God! The other passenger. Let it go! Let it go!
Right, just on the last car.
Oh
Oh, man.
my goodness!
It took out 2 cars.
Oh, did it?
Wow!
It looked like it just got the last one.
It took out 2 of us.
I did not see. I didn't even see that train on the loop. I was looking at the other passenger train, saying, "Oh, we're good."
Well, see, that's what happened with me and Savage. Because I was looking for the passenger train, and he came in from the left.
That was nasty.
You know,
I'm pretty sure somebody died.
I used to looking to the left.
I hear another train. Oh, look at that! It went right through the. Oh!
Oh, it almost went right through.
Oh my goodness! Uh,
A lot of mayhem over in the corner.
oh, that's three derailments.
Right there.
This is the second time we made this trip, and the second time we had a major fuck up in this corner here, and I mean major. I think someone died.
You think?
I don't know.
Got run over by the wheels?
If he was still in the cab, he might have been trapped in the cab. You know, I think he was trapped in the cab. This is the story we're going with.
That's our
He was
story. And we're sticking with it. All right, no more. We don't need no more.
I don't have it. Now I've got
We're
it.
up here.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're terrible.
Do we need
That
rails
needs to
up
be the other way
there?
I'm stuck now.
I was looking and I just rails, beams. It's half.
Oh, I have a brake on. That's why.
We're good for a bit then.
Yeah, it's at 37, and I think the mines are full. Yeah, 741 of 750 coal.
My train doesn't want to move.
And
This train doesn't want to move.
288 of 290.
That train wants to move, even though it's not on the rails. And my tanker is stuck in the train.
What? Why'd you do that?
I'm trying to get unstuck. My train won't pull forward.
Just a minute.
Wait, there it goes. It's finally moving. There we go. Wow, that was a cluster.
Yep.
Man, we are derailing experts.
Are there links in these garages for the passenger train?
The derail masters are here.
You got a train moving.
You know, guys who go fishing.
I got it.
Guys who go fishing. Oh no! Oh, I saw that thing going through the map. Did you see that? Wow. That was insane.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many clips, and it's facing the wrong way.
Start at
I don't know where to start. It's the whole thing.
first
The whole thing is a clip.
Satisfactory yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What?
Left my train sitting on the main line, and another one came up and just plowed right into the back of it.
Whoops.
Because I don't have any switches.
Whoops.
Oh, that's funny. And it bumped them off the track, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
it was nasty. And then whenever I re-railed it, right, because with those you just click on it and it re-rails everything. Well, the one locomotive went flying. It was airborne.
Oh, wow.
You want to get on the tender? I'll bring the engine back.
Yep. Tender's ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna try playing Satisfactory with no mods.
Yeah, with update 5, they added a lot of the stuff that the mods
Yeah.
had.
Tier 7 belts though.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, keep going.
They might,
Ready to go.
but I don't know.
Well, they'll add the tier 6 before they add the tier 7.
But see, I never built anything so far that's needed more than 780 items transported.
Well, tier 6 transports 2,000 items per.
Hey, the bell. Come. All right, it's hooked.
And you're looking at almost.
Okay, you can send it on its way.
Yeah.
Well, that dude's on his way.
Tier 7.
You can send the other one.
1%.
12.
You can transport more with
12.
the train.
12%.
Okay.
But then you got the new storages that somebody made that holds up almost 1 million items.
Yeah, see, I don't store that much. I sink it. Once
you
my
doing?
storage containers are full, it just dumps it in the sink.
I got to add
To the-
3 derails.
Okay, so
Into the awesome sink, yeah.
Yeah.
For the points, for the tickets.
Now, does that take the radiation stuff?
No.
Because
No.
that is new. Like they didn't have that in tier when they went
What?
to tier 4.
The awesome sink?
Yeah,
Awesome sink came out in tier 4.
I never had it.
No?
Nope.
Yeah, it came out in update 4. With the awesome shop.
Well, see, I was playing. I
Right,
didn't
the
play up
passenger training melody.
when.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm waiting for you anyway.
people were telling me that tier 4, when update 4 came out, that the factories you had to reset everything.
No. When the water.
Wow, this train don't want to stop. Come on, stop.
Tier 4 came out.
Was that tier 4? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they
when you
added
had to
water,
reset.
you had to refactor your coal generators and stuff. But that was all. And your nuclear.
Right.
Nuclear.
Water now.
Nuclear.
nuclear power.
You know what? I read an article 2 days ago about they're designing batteries that use radioactive waste. They take the nanoparticles of radioactive waste left over from nuclear power plants and make batteries out of them that can last like 10 years, 12 years, 20 years.
Yeah, but are they going to be radioactive?
Supposedly they put out less radioactivity than the human body
Okay.
because they're using nanoparticles.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not sure. I think it was trying to say that they'll provide continuous power output for that long without recharging.
They did give you a way to deal with your nuclear waste, though, Iron Eyes.
I feel like there's a brake on.
Well, the Mayhem has been taken care of.
I did not put any brakes on.
Nope.
No,
We just.
slow.
I think it's because my frame rate dropped to like 16. That's why.
Yeah. Before you had to store your nuclear waste, there was nothing you could do with it.
I dropped it in the void.
Or in the void, but now they gave you a way to deal with it. You can recycle it.
Just do like Japan and put it in the ocean.
You
God.
convert it into plutonium fuel rods, and then just send the plutonium fuel rods to the awesome sink.
So you can
Mr. Rebel for life. What's up? How you doing, buddy?
We might want to come to a stop and check our lines.
You might want to pull that switch too. If you're gonna pull that.
Alright, there's that one.
You're not planning on backing up, right, Joe?
wait,
No. Okay. After we come around this loop, we're gonna switch over to the inside.
Yeah. We're already on.
I know, I'm gonna wait for this other passenger train to come through.
We're ready to go straight in, and then
And,
switch the train ready to go.
Okay.
I haven't decided where I'm going.
Savages.
you guys are going to the refinery, right?
Nothing needs wood.
Oh, we should have switched over beforehand, no?
No, we don't need to switch.
No,
we
we're
switched
good.
when we came out
We're good.
of oil field.
Oh, that's right. You're right. We're already on the right side.
Yeah.
These loops confusing me. I don't know why.
Iron,
Just go
coal,
through?
50 lumber. Yeah, that everything there is good. Oil's the only thing. Oil's
Oh,
got us
Mayhem.
backed up.
Started the night, all the mayhem.
I got extra weight.
Where I can connect to the back of your train.
I know. I got extra weight on my train, slowing me down. You know, one extra person.
What?
He said, "What? What? You didn't know that? The more engineers you have on the train, the slower you go."
Or it goes.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yes, we
Thanks, Mr. Rebel, for life. Why is the track so crooked there? I swear the track moves in this game. Sometimes I go back over the track, you know, and it's look at it like it looks like a 5-year-old did it. That's because I don't use perfect splines like some other,
lines and then relay them.
and relay them again.
Actually, with these small engines, you don't need perfect splines.
No, but it looks bad when it's all funny like that.
Yeah, when it's all twisted.
Yeah.
Where in the heck is that locomotive?
Passenger train is coming. It's coming. Yeah, you wound up.
Why are you running with brakes on there, Savage?
Oh, I need to stop
Oh,
Yeah.
in the siding because there's not enough room for 2 locos down this line.
he wanted more brakes.
I need to ease that big boy up.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. I know. I don't know why I'm tired. I don't think it had anything to me doing.
Hey, sir.
Be streaming
Okay.
until midnight.
Yesterday?
And then get up, yeah, and then get up and do it again this morning.
Doing good, Mr. Rebel for life. We're having a lot of fun tonight.
We're trying.
I joined your company, Humanity.
Okay.
How do you do that?
Does-
It won't let me join this company.
I think you just click on it and it's joined.
If
I click on it several times.
Just make sure that.
once, and if it's still lit, that means you're in his company.
If it's still lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
join company. Join. I can. Oh wait. I can join Iron Eye's company. I can join Savage's company.
How do I have
I
a
can
company?
join your company. I just can't join Humanity's.
I don't know. I'm not worried.
There it went.
It's all humanity's company. So
It would be cool if all the money went to me. So we could see like how much we've actually done.
Yeah.
Get
Well, I have
Humanity,
15
get out of.
Don't unload. Yeah. Yep.
And I don't think I've bought any cars.
Yeah.
I've only made 15.
Yes. Go ahead. Just let me know when you're unloading so I can get out of.
I'm unloading right now.
No, I'm talking about to them. Oh, sorry, wrong way.
So you can
Okay.
get out of the cab?
Yeah, I got to get out of the cab.
25 grand.
In my pockets.
It doesn't matter. When I originally made this map, because I wanted to build everything right away, I just gave myself a lot of money.
As much money as you could.
Yeah.
Wow, just
I- I still have 34,000 left, but I'm sure a bunch of that was just earned because I've done like 3 oil runs already.
Yeah.
The oil barrels.
They're full again, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. We're trying to set. We're trying to set this up so we can do like a whole bunch of oil runs together.
Yep.
Yeah.
what do I have to hit to join your company, Seth?
Okay.
Join company.
Humanity, you are empty, sir.
10-4.
Just hit tab iron and then click join company.
If it's lit, then you join the company.
Where does it say that? Tab for me is the menu.
Savage,
Oh.
how much do you have?
Whichever one shows you your ping time.
The player list.
Yeah.
Playlist, yeah.
Savage.
Forecasts.
No, how much money do you have?
Oh, money, 25 grand.
Who has least it?
You have 25 grand on this map?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I have
24,600 and something.
Nice.
I don't even know.
I think that's because I did a lot of tools and
Right.
stuff early on.
Yeah, I bought all the equipment. I still have all this money.
What tab is what button?
I just bought these 4 oil cars. Those are a lot of money.
Hang on a second. I can barely hear you.
P for Papa brings up your player stats, which is where your money is.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody knows their phonetics.
Yeah.
You an amateur radio operator?
Negative.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, P brings up the money thing, you know, and your
So-
XP.
So what brings up your player list?
P.
Tab for me.
It's
Yeah, tab.
for me.
Yeah, tab is the default.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about something.
P brings up your personal info.
Tab for me is the construction menu.
So what's G do?
Yeah, what's G do?
The obvious question. Nothing.
Not do anything.
Go into your
Go back into your control setting and find out.
Yeah.
Let me see what that control is. Controls.
Usually
Options, controls.
G does that.
Yeah, usually that's so you want to see what your player list is.
Not clear. I like how you highlighted the switch. Nice.
And you just need to find out what key button is for player list.
F9 for me.
All right, then F9.
Not.
F9 it, baby. F9 it.
Yeah.
There's a reason for everything.
And that should show you your ping times, everybody on the server, and it should say join company next to everybody's name.
Huh.
Huh. He said, huh?
Is that what that button does?
Oh. What's this button do?
My ping is 24.
Oh, touch that button.
It shows 20 for me, but yeah.
FPS for me is 31, 32.
Nice.
I win. 70.
70? Damn.
That's high.
And is that your new computer?
No, not yet.
Oh, you didn't build? Wow, that's your old computer.
Are you looking at? You're looking at ping time or FPS?
FPS.
No ping.
Oh.
My
I thought you were.
my FPS is 74.
Oh, wow. That's still a lot.
Can someone please check on the other passenger train?
Why?
Okay, I can.
What's
Last time I saw it was at 33%, and that was when it derailed. I just checked this one that just passed us, and
I
it's
filled
not.
the one that I railed up. The one that I re-railed, I filled up with wood, so that was good.
I got it. It's at 4%. I'm filling it up now.
Am I cleared that switch yet?
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get off this freaking line. I'm just doing circles here around the map. I hope y'all are good with that.
don't know if you guys ever noticed the number of the engine on the passenger train. That is good.
I have looked at it once. Don't recall what it was though.
42 and 43.
Yeah.
You know what 42 is, right?
No.
Okay. It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. You have to read or watch the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Something tells me I have watched that. But something
I
tells me
did notice
it's been
something
a
though on
long
YouTube
time.
about steam engines. Every time I see a real life steam engine,
Yeah?
it always has the number on the engine 384.
Always?
Always, every time I see it.
So you're looking at the same one? Where? Where does it say 384?
Right on the side of the where you put the. If you're looking at the climax, it'd be right at the back part of the section of it.
This is in game?
No, in real life pictures of steam engines.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one.
Was that like a big number for something back in the day?
No. But it's not the number of the engine. Oh no. Hey Joe,
What?
what did you forget to do?
Where? I didn't forget to do nothing.
Well,
I think
Uh-oh, you got company.
passenger train is headed your way.
Oh,
Yes. Oh my god. I'll get it. I got it, Joe.
I got it.
No, I got it. It's Joe, I got it. I guess there's some passengers up by the iron mine want to finally go home.
Oh, hold on.
I got it.
That's a different issue.
Oops.
That's a different issue.
What is a passenger train? The other one is messed up too?
Oops.
Hold on. I thought he was on the wrong line. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, he derailed.
The other one derailed.
Over by the,
oh, it did too.
no.
By the firewood depot, there's
Yeah, by the
a
firewood
rogue
depot.
switch being thrown over there.
Oh, what the heck?
That's where I crossed that. That's where I thought you was talking about.
Nope, you left two messes. This one didn't derail though, it just headed up the mountain. Which would have been funny because it probably would have ran right off the end.
Right out the end.
That would have been a good derailment. I shouldn't have said nothing.
That would have been. Runaway train.
It's so funny when you're on a siding and the passenger train comes up behind you.
Comes up.
Yeah, you're just standing there unloading, and you're like, I hear a train. What train is it?
The 5 o'clock isn't due for another 3 hours. Wait, no.
All right, this one's going back where it's supposed to be going now.
I don't know. I'm sure I'm the cause.
I think you were the last one to come out of there, right?
Out of the iron mine is definitely my fault. Yes, that one is definitely my fault. I'm
Right.
talking about the one over here.
That one I don't know. Pretty sure we switched our tracks. Let's see. So that train is nowhere to be had. So I can actually.
We can
St-
pull out because, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
derailed.
That's right. Full steam ahead.
This one derailed. See, I crossed onto this track, not off of this track.
I know when we came out of there, we definitely threw the switches. I don't know if we put them back. Could have been us. That was a while.
They were put back. And we didn't. The switch that was in the wrong position is not one we touched anyway.
Oh, Savage. I might be on a collision course with this passenger train. Yep, I have to stop.
You might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Which passenger train?
The one that's
I
currently
don't. I'm hoping my train stops.
The Iron Mine?
through the East Loop.
Oh my god, it's not going to stop. This train is not going to stop. Please stop. Alright, now please pull forward. Please pull forward. Oh, yes, it's on the other track.
Got it down from the upper
Yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah. I was right on it.
It's highballing.
Crossed over up here. That would
Good.
Alright, we're good.
That would have been another derailment right there. I lost count. So I got to add one more here?
At least.
Easy. Oh, we're at 14 derailments today.
Yep, now we're up to 15.
Wow.
That's it's a little bit slow for us.
Well, because we were doing it with the shunting,
Yeah, true.
you know,
Big boy left.
our DPR is not DPH is not good.
Aroma per hour.
He got it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man, my stream has been funny tonight. It goes from 2 people to 7, back to 2. People are like,
You can't count those though.
yeah, why?
When you go to your dashboard, it'll tell you exactly how many people are watching.
I'm on my dashboard.
But that at the bottom of the screen.
No, I'm looking. I'm looking at my dashboard.
The viewers on the dashboard aren't accurate either. Because they could have come and gone before that has updated. There's no way to accurately tell how many people are actually watching.
Yeah, even when you go to the list, you see names on there that just don't make any sense.
Yep. I got the same people that were in there last night when I wasn't streaming.
I think some of them are bots. They're Twitch bots. They're keeping a watchful eye on you.
Well, if you go to the one that's spelled HOSS, that's a bot that steals your IP address.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, it's been reported by Twitch, and saying that it's one of the ones that are stealing IP addresses.
That's not good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
We can't exactly steal it.
10, 11.
Right, they can't steal it, but they can figure it out.
You can,
You
yeah,
can
you
use
can
it.
identify it.
Yeah, because my user list shows 14, but I know they're not there. They may have been there at one time. Alright, that train should be like cruising. Why is it cruising?
No, we're not going to be able to cross over until we get to the firewood depot.
It acts like he's
Oh, by the way, the firewood depot needs cordwood.
Are you on the same track as that passenger train?
Ooh,
Ooh. Ooh.
You are on the same track. Yeah,
I'm following him.
yeah, we're on the same track as you.
You're gonna smack into the passenger train.
holy cow!
Coming in hot, look at that.
Oh yeah.
You're trying, you're too slow.
I'm trying. I don't know why he's moving so slow. He said 12%.
Did you?
Brake on.
Oh wow! You didn't even derail. Look at that.
No,
I'm
just
at
gave him a shot
23.
and said,
I just left my train.
I just saw that at the last minute and I put it to half brake.
"Oh,
Is,
imagine he's put me on a collision course
With who? With each other?
with the passenger train."
Oh.
Is 12% what we have them set at?
Yeah, 12.
Back up.
Okay, okay.
100% need to back up because we're not going to hit that time.
No, we're not gonna make it.
No.
I should have stayed on my track.
Yeah, no, we had to wait until the firewood depot to cross over.
Oh, and now he's picking up speed. The passenger train. Oh, why am I running?
But the crossover is crossed over.
There's a reverse.
Reverse.
Why is the crossover in front of the firewood depot crossed over?
Hold on.
That was me. That was me.
We need to get
I've
back.
got it. No. You're good.
No, we're gonna hit the passenger train.
Well,
We're on.
I had it diverging away from you guys.
You can't do that. You can't. It needs to stay on the line that's on.
Yeah.
Because then it would crash in with the other one.
You're just pushing me along.
Yeah,
We
I'll
need,
stop it for a second.
There's nothing y'all can do but back up.
Yeah. Well, we're allowing the passenger train to back up.
Oh.
I got control of the passenger train.
Okay.
Well, I gotta slow down here because this passenger train is going too slow.
I don't know what his issue is. Well, he's
Hit him
only
again.
doing 12.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Cordwood is what we needed.
I'm doing 19. Here, I'll drop it down to 10.
Cordwood.
Go down
Cordwood
to
has to be
10%.
done with the mogul, right?
Yeah.
With the Heisler.
Eisler.
No, that's right. The highs will be swapped. No.
Yeah, because he's gotta go to the logging camp.
The noisy one.
No, I got rid of the climax.
Passenger train is cleared, you guys.
Yep.
Just don't
I got-
drive up.
I got control of it, so.
Alright. Well, I was thinking, right here.
Yeah, switch him
Yeah,
over and then
from the-
switch him back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
there's no switch from inside to outside in that clockwise direction. But you could.
Yeah, there
Until-
is.
Well,
Yeah.
until the east loop.
I think he was gonna do it right there.
One, thinking humanity should put a crossover, right, just on the other side of the loop, right here near us.
No, we just don't. We don't need to think about it.
I can hear that Heisler whistle from here. And I'm over by the oil fields.
Get some steam on. Get out of the wood pile.
You know, the passenger train would almost fit on this crossover.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't think it would have fit though.
When they do the spline update,
When they announced it, my hair didn't have any gray in it. Now it's fully gray.
according to Heiss's last stream
Right?
I watched, it should be implemented within a month. Then after a month, a new steam engine will appear.
A new, okay.
Yeah. The 060, I guess,
Yeah.
is a month away from being completed.
When do you think they'll have that new map done?
Oh, who knows? That's a long way away.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus, they got him. Go ahead.
I've been watching this new guy come out with his models. He's really fast at getting his models done.
Yeah, but
What is he called on YouTube?
Glock. And Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
Yeah, one of those two. Yeah.
Daniel Glock, as in the.
Well, no, there's two people. Glock and someone else? And Daniel?
There's a Daniel and the other guy's name is Clark. But the one guy, the Daniel guy, he's really fast at getting his.
Yeah, he's crazy fast.
Yeah.
Well, because he was the modeler for trains, and I think he has like a library of stuff.
Oh, Isn't
Yeah,
he
'cause
still
he
modeling
owns-
for trains?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's still modeling for train Z.
yeah, he's still modeling for trains.
But I'm confused by that because someone said he has like a library of stuff that he can.
They're his intellectual property.
Yeah,
Yep,
he's
yep,
up there.
yep.
Yep.
Why? Because he doesn't charge for it or something?
Well, he didn't sign them over to train Z.
No,
Yeah,
they're solely his intellectual property because he's the one who designed them and he's the one who can implement them anywhere he wants to.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
he has the
Yeah.
rights to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
needs to
yeah.
give trains the rights to use them, and
Yep.
railways online the right to use them. Everything's good.
And everything.
That's crazy. Usually when you're being paid by a company to do something, it's their property, the company's property.
Depends on what the contract is.
Right.
Another derail for you.
oh crud.
Joe
you
derailed
do?
again.
Where'd you derail?
Trying to get out of the freaking shunting yard.
I'm watching your stream and oh, there it is.
Yep.
Around with no cars.
That was a lightweight.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it'll just jump back up on the track.
It might.
Well, what's the guy on YouTube? What is his name?
Well, I just know him in the Railroads Online Discord that keeps popping in, and he's showing his stuff in their showcase.
Yeah, the modeling showcase.
Yeah,
Heiss featured his models
Yeah,
in one of his last videos.
that was a good video.
He's
Yeah.
also showing. He's now putting them in the
And railroad on the Discord.
on the Discord. And they he's got so many.
Too far. Well, I'm just gonna go to the last two cars
And they look really.
since I overshot this.
Couple new buildings coming.
Yep.
Did you see Heiss's Jeopardy?
I
Yeah.
saw it popped up, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I watched like half of it. I watched half of it. You know, I've always wanted to do blue collar Jeopardy. That's my idea. Yeah, because it would be great. Because you know, sometimes we watch Jeopardy and it's like you feel dumb if you don't know all that stuff. You know, whatever. But I'm sure people who are smart, yeah, people, yeah, they wouldn't know shit. Like what's a Johnson bar? You know, whatever. They wouldn't know any of those.
I think it was named after General Johnson, a general, or something like that.
Like the Robertson screwdriver and screw.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Well, there's more than one Johnson. There's more than one kind of Johnson bar. There's the one on the train, and then there's the one that you use for moving stuff around.
Yeah.
And there's also isn't there a Johnson bar for doing lug nuts on tires?
That one I never heard of.
Yeah, we had one.
Yeah.
I just saw always referred to.
Isn't that lug wrench?
Yep, a tool to apply additional leverage to be a Johnson bar.
Yeah.
Did Johnson?
Gave me additional leverage.
And it had its measurements for the right degree of tightness for the lug nut.
Now that.
This should be the last load we do.
That'd be good. We should wind up now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready to call it?
After this load, yeah, we got to fill up.
Well, then I'm not gonna run a cordwood then.
Yeah, you can make it.
You think
Hey,
so?
Well, yeah, we go. Yeah, we got time. We got another 15, 20 minutes before we get this back to the refinery.
I just gotta remember how to get to the cordwood.
Now,
Straight up.
according to Heiss, the 22E2 280 DRG class 52 Moscot is almost done.
Okay.
And they're going to do the proposed DNRGW narrow gauge L101, which is a 2882.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. That's the one I really want.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
I would like to get one.
I want the I want the 060 for this map. Get rid of the porters.
so he said is about 90% complete, I
Now
believe.
what's the one that's packing the freaking 50-inch wheels?
Maybe the
11. We're on 11.
no, that's the south the
12. Shut her off.
or South Pacific Coast or something like that. It's a railroad that the Southern Pacific gobbled up. That ran between San Diego and did it go to L.A.? But that's how SP took that railroad, standard gauged it, and that's how they got down to San Diego. Then from San Diego, they went over to Arizona via the San Diego and Arizona Eastern.
I was just like 50-inch wheels though.
Those are big wheels.
Right.
I think it's SP9 is one of the last South Pacific Coast engines still around, except for a 440, I believe.
I'd like them just to put one of those great big powerful engines in.
Number 9, I believe, was the one that they converted to a 460 from a 440. Because when they stopped passenger service on the cars with the old Carson in Colorado that they bought from the Virginia and Truckee, they took all those engines, upgraded them, and started using them on the
I'm all lined up, ready to go.
Bishop branch or the Laws branch. Depends on who you ask. You know.
Humanities?
Everything is filling? We're good. What? What's up?
The freaking shunting yard.
What? What?
The shunting yard has made navigating this last track difficult.
Because you're not even at it.
What?
I forgot to add your derailment. 16. We're on 16. Thank.
Your track set for you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I just
The shunting yard is beautiful.
I'm not used to those extra 3 tracks out there.
It's awesome. I didn't even put groundwork on them yet. I wanted to make sure it worked. And 12. We're on 12. Shut her down. Shut her down. Shut it down.
I'll get your switch for you.
What's that?
I'll get your switch for you.
Do I have any more switches? I don't have any more switches.
Well, after you go through, because I'm going to be coming through there.
Oh.
Who's on the heister again?
Me.
Who's me?
Joe.
Joe.
Harley Joe. Not just Joe.
Oh.
Joe.
Not just Joe. Harley Joe.
What is it? Do you need some help? Or
No, I'm good. Except that I hit this hill at too slow a speed.
well, you should have gone at Mach 2.
Put over there for
Alright, I don't need 100%.
I gotta find this passenger.
But anyways,
the west track.
Let's see if we can go around the map without T-boning. Yeah, we don't derail, we T-rail. It's a combination.
And I haven't had a T-bone since the first one.
Yeah, DPR. We're like 8 DPR. You know that? TPH.
That was a shot right there.
Who's the other one, bud?
You guys coming out of there?
We are coming out.
I think we're gonna end up coming out just in front of the other person.
See, that's the thing about using Not using the F.
We don't. Do we want to be in front of it?
Yeah, why
You
not?
want to be behind
Last run.
Pushing it.
It's the last one.
Oh yeah, we got time.
Where are you?
There's one coming right in front of you though.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Mhm.
Last.
Yeah. All right, I'm hammered down, man.
Hard out.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up to you.
I'll get the switch for you.
Guys, hold up. The other
What?
one's coming too.
No, we're good. We're good. We're gonna make it.
it. Last word.
We're gonna make it. Don't worry. The other ones, we're good.
People's got. I got it. Which was the good.
Yeah.
Famous last word.
Hey, I recognize that laugh.
What?
I think it was the cause of one of my derails. I remember it in the video.
Dr. Wolfenstein is just here for the derails. He's only here for the derails.
Because I got to switch over, and I came out from the.
Are you hammered down, Savage?
I'm going 100%.
All right. I might give you a little. I might give you a little boost.
Little
Love
love
tap.
Yeah.
Right, we got Iron switching over in front of us.
Yeah.
I'll reset
this is gonna
the
be-
switches.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, you got the switch.
Oh, there's another train coming. Who's that?
Iron.
Oh, here I go. I just gave you a little tap. You got the switches?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, no, they're not good.
Don't touch them.
I'm not.
Somebody's got them, right? They're good.
They're good now.
Yeah, they're good. Hey, there's the Heisler coming down the hill. I gave you that little boost, and now we got a gap between us. Yeah.
Following this passenger back to the yard.
Don't do it.
How we gonna
Don't do it.
What are you doing?
You'll regret it.
What are we regretting here?
I'm talking to the one who's crossing the or on the loop right now.
Oh.
I'm good.
He's fine.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
He's
Yeah, we're out. This train is not gonna catch us.
Ah, I fell off the train.
I could actually link up to your train right now.
Give him a little drag.
problem.
Mm.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You may do it, humanity.
No, it's all right. We're good.
Oh, I didn't stop in time.
We can't fit the four, probably eight long, two engine constants in there.
Yeah.
You can try.
I'm just bringing this back to the yard.
Zoom that in. Why are we going backwards? We're not supposed to be going backwards.
Must be going forward.
We've already gone backwards. Now we need to go forward.
We're on like a cycle. I slowly catch up to you, and it just touches you, and then it slows down.
Yeah. Hammer down.
Oh, it feels good to go through this intersection without crashing.
You guys don't want to go into the right leg, right? Here.
Not yet.
You want to go straight to the station.
Yeah, we're just staying. We're staying on this track all the way.
All the way.
We'll go by these guys.
You got a faster coming up in front of you.
In front of them, it should be on the outside line.
We are.
Oh.
That doesn't. Right.
We are way ahead of those.
Oh yeah, we're good. We are hauling butt.
I'm right behind you.
Well, I wouldn't say hauling butt, but we're doing almost 12 miles an hour.
We're going as fast as this thing will go.
Dudes, can you imagine? Can you imagine this map doing for like 40 miles an hour?
Yeah.
You know, when the spline update comes out, we're gonna have to put a passenger train going 40 miles an hour around it. Oh yeah, just to see what would happen.
And the problem is, this track is going to get easier with the spline update.
Right,
Because all of the switches will just self-align in most positions.
right. You won't be derailed by a switch, but you could be sent down the wrong. Why?
They're not adding the those switches.
The spring switches?
They're thinking about it.
They're trying to, but he's got to work some bugs out with it. So right now we still have the same switches as before.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the frogs that were the issue.
They were though, and he's not releasing them with messy frogs.
Hold on. We're talking about two different things. So you're talking about procedural switches, which are not going to be added. They are going to add different size switches, and they will be spring switches. Yeah, I think that's what I got out of it. Yeah.
Pretty sure they are, yeah.
Yeah. So you could only get, you won't derail going over a switch, but you will. Yeah.
I thought that was just the procedural.
No.
We're gonna be function as a spring switch. I didn't
Right.
know new switches were also gonna do that.
Yeah, that's the same
They're
thing that I
using the
got.
same. They're using the same switch design, as in like the asset itself.
Yeah.
It'll function as a spring switch.
Yeah,
won't
to
be
the passenger.
procedurally generated.
But they're going to give us a couple different new switches.
Yes.
Maybe even,
Actually giving us a Y switch.
like Y switch and a few others. They didn't confirm like curve switches, but I would imagine they would give us tighter radius.
It'd be nice if they
tighter
did a
turn.
three-way switch.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have like 20-degree switches, instead of 9.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
you'll be able
there's
to create switches in whatever angle you want.
basically.
Once he gets
Once he
the
gets those
procedure generated.
controls, where he likes them, yeah. I was like, if it's just the frogs that are not looking good, I'm good with it.
Yeah, well, that's it. If it's a frog, just get rid of the frog for now and just have it as a
Right.
switch and have it on.
The reason why he's not going to release the
Procedurals.
procedurals is because he doesn't want the switches to look cartoony.
Yeah.
Right.
He wants them to look good, which I don't blame him. I mean, but for some of us, it's like, just give it to us. And make it
Right.
look good.
I thought about that too, but there could be another reason why he doesn't want to let them go like that, because if he has to do something drastic to them to make the frogs work, then he has to do everything over.
Yeah.
Game functionality should be your number one priority, and then you can go through and change,
Cosmetics later.
procedural, assets and meshes and all that stuff can be modified after one. As long as the function works, that's the critical.
I mean, and as long as he's doing it in the beta version, not,
That's right.
everybody's not going to be playing the beta version. They're not.
Well, yeah, that's where you should be doing stuff, testing stuff and getting stuff working in the beta version, and then bringing it to the actual game version.
Yeah. Well, that's what he's doing. I play most of my games are in beta versions. That way I get what the developers are
Switch.
working on.
Got it. Yep.
Am I going to make it up this hill with this freaking...
Yeah. Like no problem. You could carry 20 of those cars.
I
Probably.
don't need a running start, do I?
No.
It was struggling to get started. It was like, nah, we ain't doing this today.
Because
The
you
heist?
to floor it.
Me? Yeah.
No,
You
not
like
on the
to floor it.
Heisler. Not on the Heisler, though.
I'll floor it.
So you do that, or either one, the Heisler or the Climatic. If you
Joe
floor
gets
it,
your
they
switch
just
for
spin.
you.
Yeah,
No,
you
the
spin on
Copy
those.
the Heisler doesn't spin. The Climax,
Full gun it?
yeah, it won't spin.
Heisler will spin if you full gun it.
Nah. Only the Climax is the only one that spins.
We'll have to test that.
Yeah, test it.
I thought they both did.
No,
Burner.
Climax doesn't. Climax does not spin.
Yeah, the Climax does, but the Heisler doesn't.
Chrysler doesn't.
I'll get his switch, dude. I'll get his switch.
All right.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't.
Floor it.
Yeah, I gunned it.
I think
I ripped
back.
it and ripped it.
I think a couple updates ago it used to do that,
Yeah.
and then they fixed it. But they
That's why I stopped using them. Was because
Okay, sir, make
anytime
move backwards.
if you went over 50%,
yeah,
they just
Yep.
it was really bad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, the Heisler is one of the nicest locos to run in the game, I think.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yep.
The only two logging engines I don't have is the teapot, or I should say the Class A. Oh shoot. Heisler, which is made by Roundhouse or Climax, I should say.
Okay.
The Class A Climax, and or I should say, which was maybe, and the Class C 3 truck that's made by what is it? Bachmann. Spectrum.
Does Bachmann make any good HO trains?
Oh yeah, they're
When I was younger, I didn't like them at all. They were like, they used to fall apart and be jerky. They didn't work.
well
They had those big pancake motors in them.
they got rid of those in the mid '90s and went to can motors.
Okay. With flywheels?
Yeah, I have a Bachmann Plus G36-7, and that's got their Spectrum cam motor in it.
The engines and everything these days are so expensive.
It's okay. The shop I go to, I got that new Scale Trains 3-unit turbine. I
Okay.
got it $200 less than MSRP.
Nice.
Yes, and there's another shop I go to. When they get stuff, it immediately goes on sale. They usually
Interesting.
10% cheaper than the MSRP.
That's amazing that you got some good train shops by you, because those kinds of stores are few and far between now.
They are.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. The train store that I got my turbine at is called trainlife.com.
Right.
Your switch thrown out.
Or you get it online.
No?
Actually, I went into the shops. You know Exact Rail?
No, never heard of it. I haven't bought anything for model trains in years.
Exact Rail
Hey, Joe?
came out in
What?
the 2000s.
Where you
The
heading?
early-
Okay.
I'm headed to the Farwood Depot.
and
Slow
they were
Huh?
for a few years in
Slow down.
what is it, hobby shops, but to keep their
Oh, shit.
overhead low,
I fell
they went to online sales.
Okay.
You go.
Yeah, and the guy who owns Train Life also owns Exact Rail.
Gotcha.
It's two separate entities. The only the only
I think we can make it.
the only common thing is the owner, and that's it.
I used to go to a place on Long Island called Train World, and they still have a website. That was the biggest.
Also featured in The Sopranos.
Yeah. Yep. I bought a lot of trains there. That was a really good train store. I don't know. I wonder if it's still in the.
Really good prices.
Yeah, I wonder if it's still in the same spot.
You're going around the track, eh, Joe?
Yeah, we'll cut over right here at the refinery.
Okay.
You got a passenger train coming your way, Joe.
I just checked it.
Oh, it's on the other track. Nope.
Yeah, he's on
It's on the outside.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
both on the outside.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh man.
Well, right, man.
Why did I say something? That evil laugh. He's like,
I just checked it. He wasn't there. He wasn't in sight.
I got it, Joe. Go.
I can't make it there.
Go. I got the brake
You're
on.
gonna reverse into him.
you got to back up.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Keep
but
going,
you.
Joe.
No, the passenger train has to back up. And Joe, you keep going forward.
Joe, keep going.
Keep going, dude.
Keep going. They got you back.
Oh, never mind.
Where's the other passenger train? It's probably at the Cordwood Depot.
No.
That was a joke. How do we know where Joe's been? Just follow the passenger train.
I'm moving.
I took care of you.
Look at that. True love. You know, I really should pull forward and then pull into the lumber siding. This way I could pull out faster. Anyway, we're headed back to the main yard, right?
Oh.
Savage?
Yeah, I'm taking this back to the
Hey. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god.
Where's the train spawn at?
On the other side of where you are.
Like right in the middle.
There. That train's back up and running.
If you want to
Oh, I see it now.
if you want to park the passenger train, you can.
Well, I'll go park it as soon as I get you cleared.
Nice.
I got the one.
You got my switch?
Yeah, I'll get you a switch.
Nice. Okay.
Am I? Well, oh, it's still streaming.
Yeah, you're going. You're getting your advertising.
Yeah, Skittles
Oh,
and a commercial about vaping.
Yeah.
How bad it is for you.
I saw one a week ago before I went on my trip. I saw one where they explode.
Yeah.
Oh, the batteries, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they-
lithium.
Yeah.
You might want that there, Savage.
They're lithium ion, and they push them past the max amps because they modify their vapes to like give super smoke. Like the regular smoke is not enough. I found vaping so stupid anyway.
Why would you want to fill your lungs with water?
Yeah,
It's beyond my comprehension.
it's not even water. Like they put all those other stuff in there too, like the flavors and
There's a whole
THC.
bunch of other
Yeah.
chemicals in it. Like, there's more than just an average cigarette would be.
right.
It's the start of pneumonia, isn't it? Just sucking in water all the time into your lungs.
Yeah.
They'll actually cause your lungs to You know,
Sure.
get bad, really bad.
What side is the unload?
The right side as you're approaching it.
Okay, so it's on the bypass line.
Yeah, the bypass line. Thank you.
Okay, you're
Somebody
switch.
got that other.
Okay, you're on your game there. I like that.
Cause it's here.
It's there. It's here. It's
I got both
everywhere.
passenger trains.
All right. Well, then I can go ahead and open up my switches.
Both
No,
passenger
it
trains
wouldn't.
are
It
gonna be
wouldn't
at
do it.
the train station.
Hopefully the...
Hmm.
Oh no, y'all gotta go out the back, so... Y'all shouldn't be coming through here yet.
For humanity, I just came up with that thought.
What's that?
You know how your derails are. How you like
Yeah.
derails and whatnot.
Right.
You ought to create a persona, fictional persona, the Phantom.
A phantom.
The Phantom Derailer.
Yeah. Do you know of a book called The Wrecker?
No, I'm not a big book person. Just technical manuals is what I like. I've only read a handful of books. Did I go too far?
Oh, you're fine.
I'm not. I'm in the cab. Now I'm out. Why is this on 100%? There we go.
Okay,
There you
come back
go.
for the final car.
Both your passenger trains are at the train station.
Do the blowdown. Wait, we can't do these in this one. Does anyone know what a blowdown is?
Yeah,
I don't.
I did. I just learned this the other day. On the steam engine,
Mm-hmm.
See?
I think it just blows all the water out of the boiler, right?
Yeah, they blow all the sediment out of the boiler.
Right. I'm learning a lot with Heiss's little videos about the steam engines.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place in Connecticut where you can go and operate a steam loco for like an hour, hour and a half. It's about 450
At the Nevada Northern, you can be an engineer for the day.
for a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
That must cost a lot because over here in Connecticut, it's like $450 for an hour and a half.
If you do the diesel
Yeah.
train up and down, ones up and down their line,
Okay.
about
Just rolls too fast.
2 to 3 grand.
Oh yeah, sure.
If you want to do the steam engine, it's about close to 4.5.
Wow.
See, I'm like,
And it's tax deductible too.
your
Oh wow.
Harwood Depot is kinda...
Is it? Are you? It might be. Yeah. And we've never really tested that.
Oh yeah, you got to be really close to the
on
shed
this
there.
corner. Yeah, you gotta be like right on this corner.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have delivered cordwood there before.
Yes.
Yeah, I've delivered it there before.
Yeah, we've
right on the corner. Yeah.
been through some cordwood in this game.
So the rolling unload doesn't work very well.
No. Do I have to go up a little more? Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Did we definitely clear it?
Yep.
All right. Just made it. Now the passenger trains are parked.
Is there a brake on?
Should be able to just stay on the inside line. Oh, we got to switch over though. To get to the freight yard. We got to switch over to get to the freight yard.
Yeah, you guys will check. Pull out.
We can do that.
Yeah, we have to stop and change directions though.
Alright.
So you got me.
Yeah.
Back at 2-6.
Now,
We-
a good dispatcher. Or conductor.
We got to get Heist to dispatch for us one day.
Really? How did that go?
No, I said we should ask him to dispatch for us one day.
Dispatching is not really that hard.
No. You got to know the track though.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pull forward and use this crossover right here, I think.
Uh-huh. That's why I got it set up.
All right.
Okay. Break.
I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna take Iron Eye's freaking controls away from him.
I wonder when you were gonna catch on.
Oh no, I already knew. I'm because
I was putting it down to 2% for you so you could stand on the platform, and you kept on running up to the train and switching it.
That's funny.
Because whenever I drive, I don't drive in the F menu, so I can see when you move the controls.
I have the controls for the rear tank car.
No, I was messing with you.
Yeah, he kept putting the brake
No,
on and
for
the throttle
humanity.
off.
For humanity, I got that.
Yeah, I was messing with Joe.
You got the switches, right?
Yeah.
We want that line there, so let's flip that.
What line do you want? I will get it for you, Joe.
The outside line. I think it's
Okay.
the outside line.
Nice.
That is cool.
Do I have to move up more?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, track 5.
I got out of the F menu. I was operating it from the cab.
Passenger
I have
station.
I have the controls for the rear tank car.
For the what?
Third one from
The rear
passenger
tank car.
right?
You know, the brake.
Oh, okay. So you're adding to the brake.
Yeah, the third track from the last passenger track.
Yeah. Got that all set for you.
And everyone double check the mainline switches before we close out.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
This way when we start up again, we don't have to.
Yep, all the passenger trains will all run.
Which
Yeah.
track do you want going in on?
Anyone. Doesn't matter. Take your pick.
For the one that I'm going in on.
We can double up on the one that doesn't have an engine on it.
You sure it doesn't have an engine on it?
The one, yeah, positive. The one with the box car and the tier 1 cars.
Humanity, all the
Yeah.
lines are.
All the main switches are switched.
Everything's good.
Your set amenity.
We got to get a screenshot on the bridge before everybody goes.
For their new shunting yard.
With the new shunting yard in the background.
I can't really, where's it good?
My train is full. So.
Nice.
Who did that?
Cheeky little switch at the end there.
What'd you do?
He switched us. Now I have to put brakes.
Nope. I got you. I got you.
Nice.
Another
Are y'all
train
pushing
moving.
a train?
Well, I finished with 0 fuel, and that's the way you do it.
Why is there a train moving?
So stop.
He's probably
I'm putting the brake on
because
the.
I
the last car.
really moved it up for him.
Oh,
We're good.
I moved it forward so he'd have a bit of room in the back.
Let's see. How am I going to take this shot here?
Oh no, I'm looking.
There's really there's not a good angle for the shunting yard.
Not for the shunting yard. There's not.
Where you guys at?
We're
On the bridge. Get on the bridge.
The passenger bridge. Footbridge. By the passenger station.
Yep.
You missed.
Close.
where is he?
There's a staircase on the other side of that. You can walk up.
Ah,
You fall up the stairs. All right. All right. Everybody face the south.
Which way south?
To the south. And that's a screenshot. Wait, let me get a snipper. Nice. Got it.
God.
Cool. I'm gonna go up in the air and take a screenshot of this shunting yard.
Shunting yard.
Ooh.
Shunting yard.
Oh, that was me that was turned all wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Just
I don't know.
wonky like you're driving tonight.
hey, humanity! I want to show you something
Yeah?
with the rail. If you want to come down here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Oh,
I double checked
hard.
all the track for you there.
Before that, save it.
Okay, wait, hold on.
So-
Saving.
I have to delete it.
It's saved.
Okay. Okay. Now let's do this. You see that?
Yeah.
That stops the cars.
yes.
Right. So I put those one down one time, and the train rolled right over them.
You're kidding.
No.
Occasionally, if you don't place it just so, like this right here, the car will pass through that little piece. This has to be dead on.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's rail, the wheels look to be on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why I used the wood thing.
Plus
Okay.
the timber looks good.
Yeah, the wood looks.
Yeah.
I started using the
Yeah, you
stone.
did that too.
I started using the stone groundwork with a rail coming out out the side closest to the track.
The one thing that let me see, where do you have a switch at? That Clown did that I liked was on his switch stands like this. See, all of yours are already set on the ground, but where your switch stand sits up.
Right?
So if you have,
He uses groundwork.
well, he did the groundwork, but he brought it out. So like so, right to the edge of the switch.
You have to place it.
And the next,
Well,
oh, I committed that, and I wasn't supposed to commit it. Let me get rid of that. So he used a variable, and then he brought it out to the switch edge, placed that, then brought it out more, but he angled it down 10 degrees.
right. Oh yeah,
Talk to
yeah.
you guys later.
All right. See you.
All right,
So that
Thanks for joining.
slope.
Have a good one. Right. So it looks.
that slope off the back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's finished off.
Like it falls down, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of good tips on those
Yeah.
tutorials that I was like,
Yeah.
now I got to try it.
Yeah,
And now I
obviously,
hate myself.
I would just bring my groundwork out like a bit of an S.
Yep.
So it would just come out, go past the switch, and then would come back in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what I usually do with mine is I put my thing out just past, and I come in to do another line. Follow the other line.
But that doesn't, my trick doesn't work.
All right. Well, the shunting yard was great. It was good fun.
That was cool. That was cool.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I really like that. That's a good idea. It's another way of.
Yep. I'll see if I can come up with something good for next week.
Yeah.
Because even
Leave
Don't
it
what?
as a surprise. Leave it as a surprise, and we got to figure it out.
well, if it's not, yeah.
Channel.
Well, how many of you really spent time thinking about it? Because I just built it. I didn't publish it until like last night. So
Well, when you were building it,
yeah.
because in my Discord channel, you pop up under the streaming.
Okay.
It notifies me when you stream.
Right.
And I just click on it and check out your stream when I'm sitting here watching TV or doing nothing. I think I was doing Satisfactory at the time.
Oh.
And when I see you pop on, and I see you doing something on Railroads Online, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And then
hold on.
put it up on YouTube.
Hold on. I started this. I built half of it, or 2/3 of it. I built Sunday, and I didn't stream it.
Nope.
And then last night I finished it.
But that's what I was saying to you when
See,
I see
Yeah.
I could have swore you had just started it.
you
Nope.
pop
On the
up on-
stream.
You pop up on
Nope.
up on Discord, right? And it shows that you're on. It doesn't show that you're streaming. It just shows that you're on.
Right.
See, for my Discord, it shows that he's streaming.
And it says that you're playing Railroads Online,
Yep.
Fortnite, or
Yep.
the other one that you play.
Tried.
Tribes. Yep.
Right? And when I see you playing Railroads Online, either he's on his main map or he's on the mini map doing something new.
Right.
So that's how I knew you when you were on Sunday.
But you didn't know what I was building, though.
No, I didn't know what you were building. I
Right.
knew you were doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucked up because I was. Hold on a second. I'm going to end my YouTube video here, guys. Thanks for watching.